show you 3 of my best finds this year. My favorite finds. All the snow is going to be melted tomorrow, so I'll be able to hunt tomorrow. I wasn't able to metal detect today, of course, because of the ice. We had a really nasty ice storm come through last night, and it's getting dark right now, so we've had this ice all day long. It's just frozen hard ground. I'm going to talk about some of my favorite finds, but my favorite times. I did this last year. It's not really about the finds. Sure, I may not dig up a lot of great epic stuff because I'm hunting in really beat up spots. You must understand that. Me and many hundreds of other guys have just beat up these parks for so many decades. And I don't have a lot of history in my area. You know, this city was settled in the 1850s, about the 1850s, and it took a long time for it to start growing. Most of the older neighborhoods in my area are from the 1930s, and every once in a while you'll see like 1890s home, but there ain't no older house. There's no older homes in my area. You know, it just rains so much here. We have a lot of rain, so you know, those old homes get destroyed pretty fast. It's really about the experience. It's not about my finds. And it's about learning about my friends, learning together about the machines, you know, me and my friends learning the machines together. And it's about how the targets come out of the ground. It's not the target itself. And I emphasize that. I really want to emphasize that on my channel. It's not about what you're finding. It's about if you're having fun and you're always learning. I'm always trying different new products. I'm trying different programs, different coils, and I want to expand my knowledge so I can just make it easier. I can make it easier. I'm going to show you 3 of my favorite finds, and I remember clearly as day, and I will put a card up to in the top right corner on these, because all these are live digs. First, I have, just the other day, I found 7 jacks in mint condition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In mint condition, right? In a very beat up park, I found this in the most beat up park I know of. It's right down my street. That was the first park that I ever hunted in my city about 27 years ago. And it's the first park that I really beat up. I just went there all the time. Every weekend, I would spend my whole weekend there. I would spend my whole weekend at that park. Pretty much every weekend I was hunting in that park for many years with so many different machines, man, just many different machines. And we even had many group hunts there too. I've been to that park with 10 guys just slamming targets out. And I found this in a really beat up spot near the splash pad. 7 jacks there. If you don't know what it is, look up Jack and Balls game. I find jacks every once in a while, but 7 of them in mint condition. Just a crazy find. And I also found this year in the city dump. It was right on the surface. This is a Bennington marble it's a clay glazed marble. It's starting to get dark, so it's gonna be kind of hard to see here. I found this right on the surface. The gophers bring up a lot of relics and targets from deeper in the ground there. Just massive iron there, just covered in nails. Lots of huge iron. I've spent many years digging there too. And every once in a while I'll find bottles or teeth or ceramic buttons and marbles. I've found silver coins right on the surface, baking in the sun. Of course, they're covered in dirt. But after rainstorms, the gophers bring up the stuff, and the rainstorms wash all the dirt off targets. And this was sitting right on the surface, baking in the sun. Baking in the sun. Didn't even have my metal detector on yet. And this is a few marbles that I found this year and last year. Just a few marbles. You know, you see me digging them up every once in a while, right? Some clay marbles, some cat eye marbles there, Some epic marbles, right? Some epic ones. Then we'll come up to this one right here. April 11th, 2022. I dug this out of the ground with a simplex in a very, very beat up spot. I spent, with the SP22 8.5 inch coil, I was just digging up iron and digging up iron, digging up iron in this park at the beginning of the year with all my machines. You know, I took my Equinox, my Deus 1. I didn't have the Deus 2 yet. Actually, I did have the Deus 2 here. I did have the Deus 2 and the Legend when I found this here, right, in a beat up spot. But that's when I was first learning how to use the Deus 2 and the Legend. So it takes a while to learn machines, and I have 2,500 or maybe 3,000 hours, 2,500 or 2,800 hours on the simplex. It's just an amazing find. I will post. I will send a card up in the right-hand corner right now to that video. Live dig this U.S. belt buckle plate. Pretty amazing find. But it's really not about the finds. I kind of freaked out. I was in shock. I was in shock for about 2 hours after I found that belt buckle plate. We do not have a Civil War history over here in my area. There was a regiment at our fairgrounds. We found a little bit of stuff at the fairgrounds, but not in a park, right? Just baffles me. And I've been the same park where I found this at, that beat up park, small little park. I found a lot of really epic stuff there lately. Lots of really great stuff. The more I'm learning about the Legend and the Deus 2, I'm just expanding my knowledge, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. I really enjoy making videos. This year, right now I have like 1,520 videos right now. It's the 23rd of December. Last year, if you guys can remember, if you've been watching my channel, I made a goal to publish 1,500 videos this year, and I have done that just by a little bit over that. Earlier this year, I thought I wasn't going to make it because I got to look at my screen here. I got to look at it's starting to get dark, so I can't see how many minutes this video is going. About halfway through the year, I wasn't sure I was going to make that goal of 1,500 videos this year. Just until about a month ago, I really started getting a lot more targets out of the ground and started making more quality videos. And then my GoPro Hero 7 broke on me. So I'm using the GoPro Hero 8 right now. It has a lot of glitches in it. The GoPro Hero 8 it's just so buggy, right? It's just really difficult for me to get videos up with this camera. But I do have a brand new GoPro Hero 7 Black in the box coming in a few days here. It's probably going to be postponed, or it's probably going to be delayed a little bit because the weather, we're having an Arctic blast here in the United States. So it might be here at the next year, maybe in a week or so, a little more than a week. But it's really not about the finds. It's about the experience and how I find the targets. It's not really about what detector I'm using. One of my greatest finds ever, one of my most favorite finds ever, this US belt buckle plate. I found it in a beat up park with the simplex detector, right? The simplex detector with the SP22 coil. I don't really prefer that coil because it's just kind of awkward to swing around, but it's not about what detector you're swinging. You just got to get over those targets. And I've just dug up so much iron from that park in the last couple years. I really hit that park really hard this year. I've dug up just buckets and buckets of iron, and I'm still continuing to dig out iron. Who knows? There may be another one of these Civil War belt buckle plates in that park. I found a lot of old flat buttons. Jim found a gold ring just a few weeks ago right near where I found this belt buckle plate. I found another silver dime right next to that ring that Jim found the day before. Just a couple days before, I found a silver ring right near, within 5 feet of where Jim found a gold ring just a couple days after that. So it's not about your detector, it's not about your settings, it's about luck and just getting over that target on a certain day. You know, those targets come out of the ground when they want to. They have a mind of their own. Well, thank you for watching. Merry Christmas.